Alright, so hello and welcome to Blackrock Mountain, Week 2. We have, first up we have Gar, which is, the whole thing around this deck is to make sure that all of his minions don't die at once. You basically just start to stagger their HP with your healing, let them hit them all for 1, and then heal 1 for 2, and then so it'll be offset so they all die at separate times, so they'll each do 3 damage to you on, like, every single turn, as opposed to all of them doing, like, I can't remember, it was like 44 damage at one point. And that was like with 4 of them, I think. I'm not sure. I did do a few things in here, which, you know, required dust, but really and truly it's just sort of, like, the whole deck is basically just silences and Shade of Naxxramas. Like, they were the only cards that were super helpful, and really and truly, like, everything else you could probably just sort of throw in. If you have a Spellbreaker, use a Spellbreaker, because it's basically a better Ironbeak Owl, because it doesn't die right away. And it just gives them a light spawn, I think it's what it's called, a 0-5, but you know, without the whole HP thing here. There was one play where I had injured Blade Master, I put 2 of them out. Grim Patron would have worked as well. I had Grim Patron in my hand, I just didn't use it because I had the exact mana for that as opposed to having just 5, I had 6, so I threw out 2 injured Blade Masters as opposed to Grim Patron. Still would have won the game, everything would have been perfectly fine. Everything else is just more or less cannon fodder besides Acolyte of Pain. Acolyte of Pain, you know, it gives you 3 cards because he doesn't kill it. And Nerbian Egg, just a good idea because it gets killed in 2 turns and you get a 4/4, which just kills shit. So everything else is just try and make sure their HP doesn't hit 0 all at once, and then just kind of kill them and make favorable trades. That's all that Gar is. I beat him first try with this deck. A Neutron or something with a taunt would be a good idea, just because the random minion he does throw out that's like super big, so you know, just give him an Neutron, so then that way he can't really hit you to the face or anything like that, or get rid of any of your good minions. So past that, enjoy the video until it's over. Alright, so next up we have is Baron Gideon. Now, I did not make a specific deck about this. Personally, I use the mid-range hunter, which should be up at some point, maybe now. Basically, just try and follow this curve. I think it was, like, really and truly beating him is not that difficult at all. It's just trying to make sure that your mana is all spent. Like, past that, there really isn't that big of a deal. It's just like, oh, you know, like, I did use Dr. Boom, and I should have had high main and stuff in here, but really and truly, just make sure you have 1-drops and like really big guys. Past that, make sure the middle is decent and, you know, just follow a good curve. It's just, you know, past that, there's nothing really special. There's no like specific minions that I would tell you to play or anything like that. It's just play, I guess, lower cost. Play like a mid-range deck. That's about that. So yeah, there you go. It's nothing really special. I think the deal 2 damage to all characters would have been a lot more difficult of a boss, but just make sure you don't get screwed over, that's all. So, yeah, there you go. Alright, so next up we have the Go Away Majordomo / Ragnar's deck, or just Ragnar. I think I just ran out of words there. Anyways, this deck I actually had to like specifically craft, and like this like Majordomo guy was like that boss is just the hardest thing because it's 105 HP in total between both the Rag and Majordomo. So basically, what I did was I made a Shaman Reincarnate deck with Wind Fury. Basically, like there's an actual strategy to this. Basically, wait for Majordomo's HP to like, or no, just don't hit his HP. Basically, until like maybe like you can hit him every once in a while, but don't get him past or like lower than about 20, because then he's gonna start dropping Molten Giants. And basically, what you want to do is you want to wait So you can play KT or Stallig and Fugan or whatever, and just use your Reincarnate on them. So that way you can get Thaddeus, and then put Wind Fury on Thaddeus, and then you get 2 Thaddeus's, because if you Reincarnate one of them, then comes back and you can summon another one if it dies. So basically you have like 33 damage in one turn, and then, you know, once you kill Major Domo with the 33 damage, or the full board of Kel'Thuzad, so it doesn't matter, basically Ragnaros pops up, and then he shoots 2, 8 damage fireballs. So basically the Kel'Thuzads will just pop up other Kel'Thuzads, or will just pop up the rest of your deck as well, and the Thaddeus's don't die. So basically that's about that. Just kill off his shit, and then just sort of sit there waiting until you draw into those things, and just hope they're not at the bottom of your deck, I guess. Max now is just for the Molten Giants, but you don't have to deal with them if you do it this way. So that's sort of the idea around this deck. But yeah, past that, it really wasn't that difficult. Overall, Molten Core was actually super easy, I think, on Heroic. It wasn't like really time consuming like the first one was. Like the Saurian and like the arena guys, I don't think you can actually beat the arena guy like without the freezing back and forth, because yeah, that's just ridiculous. But past that, watch the end of the video, and I'll see you guys next time.